Welcome viewers to a candid and insightful discussion on a topic that resonates deeply within many communities. Today we embark on a journey to explore the complexities surrounding interracial relationships, particularly focusing on the phenomenon of successful brothers from our community marrying palm-colored women. In this video, we've lined up a series of heartfelt reactions from our sisters who bravely share their thoughts and emotions on this matter. We'll hear first-hand accounts of how these unions are perceived, with some expressing feelings of hurt and cultural disconnect. It's a conversation that delves into the intersection of race, identity, and societal norms. But that's not all. Following these poignant reflections, we'll dissect the key themes and sentiments expressed. Our goal is to unpack the nuances, shedding light on the underlying reasons and implications behind this trend. So buckle up for a deep dive into a topic that sparks important conversations. Let's explore, understand, and emphasize with the varied perspectives shared by our community. Together, we aim to foster dialogue, compassion, and a deeper understanding of the dynamics at play. Stay tuned as we embark on this illuminating journey.
Why do black women feel so hurt when we see our men with white women? Ladies.
I don't like to use the word hurt because I feel that puts too much weight on it. Personally, I am not that sad or affected when I see a black man with a woman of another race, unless he's very fine. And she is not what I really think is, a good match. But I do question a lot of their choices because when pressed or asked about it, a lot of them have really lame excuses. Like Michael did the whole thing about milk flavors. And I was just like...
So weird.
Right. Like just say you like what you like and this is not it or this is it.
Yeah, and we're seeing right through it because all of those types of explanations, they just read as superficial and inauthentic.
So superficial.
It's like, just own it, brother. I think it hurts me as well, only because I see partnership as like investment back into our communities. And when you look at our families, the first person you love is your uncle or your father, and you see this example of men and black women loving each other, and to think man maybe like went through his life without wanting to build that same type of family, it can be very hurtful. And I do think there is this overarching belief that a lot of us are dating and marrying outside of our race. So far, I think it's 89% of the current men who are married are still married to black women, but that does not acknowledge how that statistics has evolved over time, because these new brothers,
the new niggas.
they ain't doing what your daddy was doing back in the day. They on a new wave, which is a lot of times dating outside their race or this whole exotic thing and stuff.
It's hard sometimes with conversations like these, and I think a reason a lot of black women don't even like to talk about it publicly is because, like you said, you don't want to be labeled as angry or desperate. And I know personally, I don't want to frame my whole life like around the fact of whether or not some man opts to choose me or not. But I think it's valid to be able to say this is how we feel, because we're already women that exist in a world where we are not considered the standard of beauty. And then to have, the men that look like you, and the men that you, like you said, you loved your uncles and your fathers and your brothers, and these men that you grow up thinking that you're going to choose and they're going to choose you back, are getting the same message that their sisters and moms and cousins are great, but that's not who they're going to or necessarily choose or think are beautiful. So it is
reason why black women are upset when athletes or men that's really rich, the 1%, make it like celebrities and they date white women, is because they're not getting picked. They feel left out. They want to be the one chosen. They don't fit into this fantasy. They want to be the one chosen. They don't want the white woman to have the black man. And that's not how it works. Black men are able to date who they want. So if a black man that's rich want to date a white woman and marry her, that's his problem. You're just upset because you're not getting picked, man. And nobody cares. People are free to date whoever they want. Facts.
When I tell you I prefer not to date any men that have been predominantly with women, I mean that with my chest. I mean that coming from having a dad, having a mama, and watching my dad, who I love, run through these.
I absolutely love when these kind of males say stuff like, oh, we don't date black women. No, hun, women don't date you. Because let's just keep it a buck. Like, let's just keep it honest. The males that act like they don't date women are just the males that women have passed up on for years because something is wrong with them. Come on now. Women don't date you. It's not the other way around.
Types of men who do not like girls, let's go. By the way, disclaimer before all the Karens want to get in my comments, this is not a video looking for attention, looking for approval, or anything like that. This is a parody video just from my experience, because I grew up around a lot of people and I can kind of get this. Starting off strong, you have the Bass Pro hats. If he has a Bass Pro hat on, baby, you already know. Every boy growing up who would let the boys say the N-word had this hat on. Just saying. Country club men. Let me just get into this. So growing up in a predominantly white area, growing up in private school, I would encounter a lot of these type of people. Normally, they don't see as Black women as being very classy or fitting their lifestyle. And a lot of times they view dating women as a form of elevation. Obviously, these aren't always going to be the case, but I've literally heard them say some of these things. And I also did grow up with 2 older Black brothers, so yeah. Last but not least, you have alternative guys, and I think these are probably some of the worst people on terms of how they view women, etc. Now, obviously, it's not every single person, but like just even being in college, the people that have literally said, I will never date a Black girl, have been the skatier boys, the alternative boys, etc., whatever you call it. They have this idea that like girls just don't fit that aesthetic. And even some of them, like I would consider my friends, I was sitting at a table with a lot of them and they were like, I don't date women, I just don't. Another disclaimer, everybody is literally entitled to feel and love whoever they want to love. If that is your preference, then so be it. This is just experience from me living in these areas, being around these people, and being the palatable girl that they can just, express these feelings.
Now that we've set the stage with our sisters' reactions, let's begin a deep dive into the complexities of matters of the heart. Love, relationships, and marriage are topics that resonate deeply with many, often stirring up a myriad of emotions and perspectives. Today, we explore the multifaceted reasons why individuals may choose to marry outside their race or culture, shedding light on the diverse motivations behind a significant life choice. For some, marrying outside their race or culture represents a bold step towards breaking free from the societal narratives and stereotypes. It's a declaration of autonomy, a rejection of constraints placed upon them by culture. Others view intercultural marriage as a symbol of progress and civilization, embracing diversity and promoting inclusivity in an increasingly globalized world. And then, there are those who seek to escape the familiar and embrace the unknown, craving new experiences and perspectives that challenge their preconceived notions of life and love. But navigating the complexities of interracial or intercultural relationships isn't without its challenges. From navigating cultural differences to managing family expectations, couples embarking on this journey often find themselves facing a unique set of obstacles. Yet, amidst the trials and tribulations, there is an undeniable beauty in the merging of 2 worlds, 2 hearts, and 2 souls. It's a testament to the power of love to transcend boundaries and bridge divides. In the end, whether one chooses to marry outside their race or culture, out of rebellion, progress, or personal growth, the essence of love remains constant. It's about finding someone who sees you for who you are, accepts you unconditionally, and walks alongside you on life's journey. Get a glimpse of what this may look like. Picture this. There is this brother, right? Fresh from the battlefield, his mind still echoing with the sounds of war. He's back home, trying to make sense of the life after the chaos, and then one day he notices something curious among his comrades. They seem to have a preference for Japanese women when it comes to marriage. Intrigued, he decides to dig deeper and find out why. So he asks around, and what he discovers is truly fascinating. It turns out his comrades value certain qualities in Japanese women that they do not find elsewhere. They talk about respect, loyalty, understanding, and compassion. These qualities seem to offer a sense of stability and comfort in a world that's often turbulent and uncertain. As he listens to their stories, it dawns on him that perhaps it's not just about cultural preferences, but about universal desires, the longing for a partner who truly understands, respects, and supports you through thick and thin. Reflecting on this, he begins to see parallels in interracial relationships among our brothers. Some may be drawn to partners from other races who embody similar virtues. It's not about seeking submission, but about finding a genuine connection where both individuals uplift and complement each other. As we share this insight, we are reminded that love knows no boundaries, and that the quest for understanding and compassion transcends cultural and racial divides. It's a journey of discovery where each relationship tells a unique story of connection and growth. Now that we've had a glimpse of this side of the story, let's delve into the intricate dynamics of power and submission within relationships, particularly within our community. It's not uncommon to witness conflicts escalate when both partners perceive themselves as equals in decision-making, resulting in a stalemate where compromise seems out of reach. This dynamic often arises from past experiences where our sisters have endured adversity, instilling in them a sense of resilience and independence. While it's essential to acknowledge that not all sisters conform to this pattern, there is a prevalent theme of asserting oneself as an equal partner in relationships. This can lead to challenges in finding common ground and navigating conflicts, particularly when tensions run high. Now, I'm not saying it is all sisters. We've also seen some of the most submissive sisters in relationships, but it's not all of them. In response to these dynamics, some brothers may seek relationships outside our community, where power dynamics are perceived to be less contentious. Partners from other backgrounds may bring a different perspective and approach to relationships, fostering a sense of harmony and understanding. They don't want to deal with a woman that likens herself to the same level as a man in the relationship. In short, this shift in dating preferences extends beyond everyday individuals to include celebrities and influential figures. The desire for a relationship where power struggles are minimized becomes increasingly appealing, driving some to explore connections beyond traditional boundaries. And that's when we see even celebrities now, even people with money now, simply because they don't want to deal with that. In navigating these complexities, it is vital to recognize the diversity of experiences within our community and strive for empathy and understanding in our relationships. By fostering mutual respect and open communication, we can build stronger and more fulfilling connections, regardless of race or background. Alright sisters, gather around because I'm about to let you in on a little secret sauce to winning your man's heart. Let me tell you something. It's not rocket science. We're simple creatures with simple desires, and here's the recipe for success. Picture this. After a grueling day at work, your man walks through the door to find the house warm and inviting, the delicious aroma of a home-cooked meal filling the air. The dishes are done, his clothes are fresh and clean, and all he has to do is unwind with a relaxing shower. And then, there you are, his partner in crime, with a warm smile on your face, eager to hear about his day. You reassure him that everything will be okay, that he doesn't need to push himself too hard because you appreciate all his work and dedication. Sisters, let me tell you, it's these simple gestures of love and support that speak volumes to a man's heart. Knowing that he's coming home to a partner who not only appreciates his efforts, but also takes care of the little things without him asking. Well, that's the stuff dreams are made of. So my dear sisters, remember this. It's not about grand gestures or extravagant displays of affection. It's about the everyday moments, the little acts of kindness and thoughtfulness that make all the difference. Keep it simple, keep it genuine, and you'll have your man's heart forever. As we bring this video to a close, it's evident that successful relationships are not solely about the desires of one partner, but the mutual exchange of dreams and aspirations. It's about creating a space where both individuals feel heard, valued, and supported in their endeavors. So, to all my sisters out there, I encourage you to engage with your partner on a personal level, sharing your thoughts and ambitions in a calm, understanding, and compassionate manner. Remember, it's not about competing for attention or validation, but about fostering an environment of mutual respect and collaboration. And now it's your turn, viewers. We want to hear from you. If there's anything we've missed, or if you have insights to add to today's conversation, please share your thoughts in the comments. Your voices matter, and we value your contributions to our ongoing dialogue. Lastly, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with your friends and loved ones. Together, let's continue to explore, understand, and celebrate the complexities of relationships. Thank you for joining us today. Until next time, stay tuned for more insightful conversations.